Right then, welcome back to the channel. Okay, you would have seen in that last clip, we have toned down the bottom end completely now. The engine was on the stand. The engine is currently off in the machine shop, okay? So we have sent that off just to get that bore checked out, just to make sure it's round, make sure it's not scored, not damaged, hopefully get away with a hone. What you didn't see though, is me and James messing around on a skateboard in between sessions and stuff, sorting things out. We had some proper fun, check this out. I haven't got the right trainer, see? Yeah. I'll do.
It's not actually fucking... I thought it was like...
No, it's loose in it, the tracks as well.
No, I thought the floor was...
It's too bouncy in it.
Floor was pissed up.
Yeah, happy days. But look, anyway, this video is more about how that engine failed, okay? So go back, watch this little recap if you haven't seen it before. This is what happened on the dyno, this is the symptoms, this is what happened therefore after. We did the big ends, remember, again after it, we checked the tappets, we did a new, well, we changed them, we did a new timing chain tensioner to try and eliminate all these noises. So big shout out to everybody in the comments on the last videos because they really helped and supported. But yeah, we ended up pulling the engine and I'll show you that too. So myself and Chelsea pulled the engine on the drive and now we've torn it down. We've had the answer, we shared that with you in the last video. You remember I've sent the injectors off to Ian Pepper, thank you very much, just waiting on them back. Yeah, so current state of play, we have no engine in the car, but we do have a fresh painted engine bay. I've also done this bit of dirt to get that off, needs a polish. Yep, I've painted that black just to keep everyone happy, including myself. But yeah, no engine in bay based on the fact that's happened. So yeah, how did it happen? Okay, so if you remember when we done the engine originally, the plugs came out good, the pistons looked good, they didn't look flooded or anything like that. Oil smelt a bit funky, RS oil does always smell fuely. But yeah, so we sent the injectors off to Ian Pepper. I numbered them up, so I knew which one's which. I knew one of them had a nick in the back of them, and I can see on this video that I'm going to upload now, okay? The actual injector tells a story, so yeah, watch this now.
Number 3 is flat. Staying open to give it a clean.
Since then he has serviced them and retested them and they do work for me. But yeah, unfortunately that is the reasoning behind the failure. So if you know about engines and all that kind of stuff, what's actually happened is the bore has flooded, it's washed the bore. It's taken all lubricant probably away from the piston wall and the sleeve and all that kind of stuff, the ring, whatever, so it's not oiled anymore, it's got hot, and then basically what's happened is the heat is transferred from the piston into the wall, it's caught a ring, it's damaged, and most likely the noise that you hear, that and that bit of the smoke coming through or whatever it is, through the catch can, that's when it disaster. So the car was running really good AFRs. James was pulling a bit of fuel out of it on dyno, but nothing was alarming. We've been tracking AFRs. I had an AFR reader, Lambert at the exhaust, all that kind of stuff. The car has an AFR, it's got ECU, Master Classic ECU, which reads the Lambert, so it gives warnings, all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it must have just stuck on the dyno. Obviously, we can't hear it, we weren't aware of it. And holding the car in between like 3,500 revs, doing the steady state tune, running at 4th gear, like 3,000 revs, over a period of about 20 minutes, has killed that bore. So yeah, like I said, I'm hoping that we can get that bore fixed. The pistons are a write-off. I have 3, so you can't machine the other one down, unfortunately. However, maybe I will just keep them for ornaments, or I'll sell the 3, or I will eventually see if I can find another piston. We are in talks with somebody and we are having custom pistons made. Unfortunately, there is a long wait to them, so it is up to 12 weeks. Really disappointing, gutting, but it gives us a chance to get the engine back in. Sorry, get everything else done that I needed before I get the engine back in, like a few little niggly jobs and stuff. One of those little niggly jobs being my rocker cover. It peed me off because it was rubbing on a vent. So I've come up with a plan to lower that engine mount down because I've got a solid engine mount in it now and it wouldn't have rubbed recently. So I've repainted the rocker cover. So cleaned it, degreased it, power washed it, and I've kindly had a can of paint off IPS in Swansea, which is a 1K can, can go up to 900 degrees. And yeah, I've painted that, so I'll quickly show you now, and it looks 10 times better than it was, and I'm more happier now because it's more consistent and matches the calibers. So right, rocker cover washed down. Now we need to degrease that rocker. I've got new paint. Where is it? So we got this 1K paint, which can go to like 900 degrees. Our RAL code, what is it? C71, that's the yellow that I use. Well, the yellow, green and the bay. So yeah, we're going to get that on. So yeah, we are back in business and we are rocking the yellow cover. Matchy matchy, matchy matchy, matchy matchy. Okay, so next up, yes, I was called out. However, it's just to run the engine in. Crossland oil filter. Whoops, hold on. ACV boot for the driver's side. ACV boot for the passenger side. A timing chain tensioner. New head bolts. Payan multi-layer steel head gasket. And fair play, these things are absolutely fantastic. So someone called out in the comments on my last video saying, I can't believe you're doing a brand new engine build on the floor. Well, we're not. So everything is on here. Okay, the clutch is elevated from the ground. My rocker's about to get painted. And the turbo is facing the ground. Big deal. And the sump to be cleaned out. But yeah, what's wrong with that? Help me out. Help me out. What is wrong with that? I could hang it from the ceiling maybe. Just play in view. Keep the comments coming. This next one though might come a bit of a surprise to you and you might question why. But I just did for the sake of it. Peace of mind up there and just reassurance, as well as you would have seen by now I've torn down my old engine. So I've got another engine to build. So yeah, I've pulled the rods. So my last rods were Sains rods, okay? And the cheaper Sains rods for Ford retail at £980, okay? They've done 200 miles. Let me flip you around and show you these rods. So these are the old rods. They had ARPL19s -3s or -03. Real nice H-beam rod. These are real good, high quality. And I mean, they are real nice bit of kit. It's like £1,000 rods and useless pistons. But I went out because I had a discount code on eBay and I bought these. And do you know what? Everyone raves about these, all the Z-Tech boys and stuff. And do you know what? So we got instructions, we've got tension sets and all that kind of stuff. And then we have a set of, this is live, real time, hold on. A set of max speed rods, okay? So they come with ARP bolts, ARP 2000s. Nice to be honest. They've done quite well. There's a nice little, oh, sorry, let me focus. There's a nice little ridge bar there for the oil and stuff. Feed. They're like H-beam rods. They're not as good quality, not as heavy as the last ones. But look, for what these cost, okay, £168. For the sake of new bolts, it was just worth it. They are not as good as the other rods, and I know someone's going to pick me up on this, but it's just peace of mind, okay, now, so I don't have to worry about sending my other rods off, having a little end bearing checked on the one that's gone, which I will do ultimately anyway. But yeah, so we've got new pistons on the way to match these rods. James is sorting out, he's been in touch with somebody, and they're in the process. But yeah, we're laughing. So we got new rods for the build. Okay, so there's the new rods versus the old rods. Obviously the same length for all that kind of stuff. The bearing sizes and all that will be the same. So look. I'll be honest with you, the quality of the Sains rods, however you say it, seem far more superior. They seem much more sturdier and a nicer finish, I won't lie. These are running ARPL19 bolts, okay? -03 or something it says. But yeah, look, these are a set of forged rods. And rather than buy new bolts, etc., and well, we just gone and opted for these. So, do you know what? I can still use the other rods in my other engine. So look, yeah, they're a bit thicker as well, I think, to be honest. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, they come really fast, and we had a discount code on these as well, okay? So they were super cheap. FYI, this is the kind of paint for green. Somebody asked for the code, so yeah, there it is. That leaves me with two little fiddly jobs which I do need to sort out, which I might do today. One being, mount this somewhere. So, do we go here? Do we put it in there? Move the boost gauge somewhere? We definitely get rid of that. But yeah, I don't want it anywhere like that kind of thing, so maybe the oil pressure would be cool up there. But what I'm thinking is, when people look at a car, they're like, oh, you haven't got a boost gauge. That's definitely a rep. Yeah, because it is a rep. Stop repeating myself, Dan. But I don't know, I kind of want it there and do something to make it fit in here nicely, because the way the oil line comes through, I don't want it running down the A-pillar and snagging on anything. Also this thing, I need to sort that out. Fiddly little pain in the ass job. Oh yeah, and sort the clutch spring pull back thing and a pedal. What I'm going to show you now though, however, is a game changer. And I want you to put in a comment which one you think I should use, okay? Or I should keep it as it is. Or should I use one of these? Or keep it as it is? What's your thoughts? God, I miss this car. I miss driving it. I miss using it. And it's just run out of MOT, so that's even more painful. But yeah, take a look at this. What's your thoughts, okay? So that's pretty cool, yeah? But what about that? What's your thoughts? Or on the other hand, what about this one? I actually really like them both. And you know what, they're the same size as the others, the originals. I do have a small one of these which I can put on the grill, and I'll need one then for the banana pod. But yeah, if you don't know, that is my TikTok name, the Coswish. So yeah, these are literally the coolest things I've ever seen. So yeah, Sanders from Sanders Body Repairs, Dad actually made these on his 3D printer. I did kind of pinch the idea off Jason, my mate. The Booster 2000 is what the car is known as on the YouTube channel. But yeah, this little one can either go, let's have a look. Oh, nearly at the wife's car. You can either go in here like that, cottage wish, or on the grill. They, however, are the most coolest things I have probably seen in a long, long time. So thank you very much to Sanders, old man. I'm in your debt. No, I'm absolutely landed. I kind of want a 3D printer now because the opportunities and prospects, what you can do with it, are amazing, aren't they? So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm just looking at the car and I'm thinking, what shall I use? And the grill and, I don't know. It comes to something when she's got a more reliable car than me. Come on, let's go. Show us. We're stuck. We're stuck. We're stuck again. What boost are you running? 2-bar boost? Wow. Even got a spoiler like Dad's. Private plate and a nice big pipe. That takes me on to the Southend meet, okay? Oh my God. I just wish I went. I really wish I was there. We were planning on going originally. We looked into it. And then we realised that Chelsea was away in Belfast and she had a hen party. Escort died and all that kind of stuff. So we didn't go. But hopefully we will be at the next one. I did a video and it's in 2 minutes and they weren't my clips. They were clips I had offline, sent to me or tagged in. It's gone down quite well. But the guy who played Owl 82, he was literally owling it. So when you make him describe. So if you haven't gone back and watched that video, go back and have a look. But big shout out to Owen who sent me this clip, okay? This guy's a legend. Okay, he was antisociable. It was literally borderline. He was a terror. But look, Cosworths, cruises, old school, 90s, it goes hand in hand. That's how everyone drove them. And the fact, he's apparently got more than one Section 59 already. So I do hope he gets the car back. But yeah, I'm going to insert a little clip right now because I didn't have this on my little montage. It was just amazing. It was such a pleasure to watch. And I can only imagine the atmosphere of being there.
And a Willys, and a Willys, and a Willys.
Okay, so that gauge has gone and we've got one in here. Yes, this is temporarily, it's just to fit it in right now. You can't see the light, hold on. I'll show you in the dark, but obviously that lights up like a white LED. And then we've got that one up here. So yeah, when that has a nice proper, well, you can't see it, a nice proper section, I'm sure it will look 10 times better.
Hours later.
Okay, so for take number 2, we've done it like this for now. The light does work, I don't know if you can see. It's a little bit better, isn't it? It's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm going to come back and revisit this. But yeah, I'm 80% happy with it right now. Also, we have a bonnet pull. Something really strange. So the other day when I said I cranked it over and I got fuel everywhere, remember? Just after I painted the bay, I was going to pump priming. I'm not anymore. So the crank sensor was disconnected then. Maybe it had, I don't know, can't put my head on it. I've checked the relay, I've swapped the relay, I've checked the wire into it. Everything's got power and voltage, it's crossing over. There's just no power coming out of the relay for the, what's it called? Fuel pump. Anyhow, I'll have a look at that and I'll sort that out another time. Not really as if I need fuel right now, is it? But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit like, hit subscribe, enable notifications, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we've got an answer, well, we believe so, why the engine failed. Gutted. What's your thought? Who was right? Next video will hopefully be understanding what damage actually is done to the engine. I've also sleeved the cable, so I'm going to get some tape around that too, and then another one sleeved with silicone, and then hopefully that won't chaff and damage this.